Let's take the time to blast our opponent to the past with Hemet Hunter. Now, the idea behind this deck is we are going to be using the Imbue package in Hunter in order to discount the random beast that we'll be generating off of Hemet Foam Marksman. This is a legendary that after a friendly beast dies, get a random legendary beast from the past that costs 2 less. This gives us access to things like King Crush or Hydrexod as really good targets to either control the board or OTK our opponent, since we are going to be discounting them and also giving them a bunch of additional attack. Now, for the one guide of the list, you are going to be looking for any of the Imbue package. Then you're going to be looking for draw power cards such as Bird Watching. And finally, removal tools are pretty good to keep too. Now, with all being said, let's look at some games. Okay, Mage. There's a bit of variety of mage you can actually have. Actually, it's probably the class with the most variety right now. There's a few mage lists that I thought about maybe doing. I wanted to kind of do like a theory mage list, which might sound a little bit strange, but maybe we'll see that after the mini set. I haven't really decided. I also thought about maybe doing like a fireworks themed mage list for New Year's, but by the time this is uploaded, we probably decided against it. We don't know below if we ended up doing a fire mage list, which is the idea that would have been for that deck. Okay, so it is Quest. I think out of all the mage matchups, this is probably the worst one, but it is what it is. Because they're not going to be generating a bunch of monsters, or minions, I should say. And we have a little bit hard of a time to actually enable Hemet without having some type of minion to destroy on the board. Because I'm going to assume this is the no minion version of the list.
There, all better.
Okay, we're going to slam down Hammaster, getting the Marroe for later. You know what? I'm curious if any of the Imbue classes will actually be meta relevant after the mini set. Not the mini set, the rotation actually happens, because there are a lot of like higher power decks that are going to be rotating, and maybe we'll see like the opportunity of something. I'd assume actually, if we're looking at Imbue classes, it's probably not going to be Imbue Mage. Maybe it will be Imbue Mage. I could see Imbue Mage being like the most positive out of all of the Imbue classes. Actually, no, Imbue Druid probably is going to be the top tier of everything else. Okay, grabbing Master, getting a 6/4 here. It's Umbra. Okay, Scuffle. And then Hero Power. Shield Battery. Okay, maybe not. Moonfire. Well, Hemet's fun. Okay, so it is the no minion version of the list, which I kind of could tell that from like all the other cards that they've been playing. I may or may not visit that once the Yogg skin comes out, just because I think... Oh, also, we probably are going to get rid of Rampage after this game. I think adding Motherduck is just like consistently more, or consistently better for Hemet. Rising Waves. Yeah, because Motherduck, in theory, is 3 rush minions, which is 3 targets for Hemet, for Motherduck, and if we can run 2 of them, that's technically 6. Okay. Destabilizer. We can slam down Claw number 2. Slam down... I don't think we do the Umbra. I think we just Hero Power, right? Okay, that's not a bad hit. Origin Stone into Rune of Fire. Really, getting rid of their own minion to draw a card. Interesting. Okay, secrets. I'm assuming at least one of them is counterspell. One's probably explosive rune. Might as well slam down. I know this is probably not surviving, but Avion is funny. Hey, I was right. Yeah. Just slamming down the taunt. Dog in a box. Gotta love them buffing up our own minions. I don't think they're going to be able to get rid of both of our minions this turn, which is good. We got 2 more turns before we get everything at 1 cost, which is nice. Okay, we can freeze out the board with Bob. Slam down a few more minions. Okay, there's Starfire. Let's sing along Buddy into our hero power. Buff up the hopper as much as possible. We're trying to get that hopper up to a point where we can OTK our opponent, truth be told. Okay, malfunction. We'll get at least rid of the minion. I'd assume all the other minions are probably going to get rid of or be destroyed through all the minions that they have on board. I'd be amazed if anything actually survives here. Maybe we'll be fine, actually. Really? Okay, please hit my face, actually. Okay, everything is a 1 cost, which is great. Alright, we can get double the damage on the hover. Spirit Bond, which isn't going to actually do anything. Okay, so Waste is Alley instead of Ice Fairy, which is good for us. Some really nice type, or random generation. That's a pretty good behemoth to get. Come on. Still a heal. Looking at 17 on board. They're actually 18 on board. A Crane Game and that mask. Okay, they're at 38 HP. I think we should be fine next turn. I guess it kind of technically depends on what our opponent has as the secret there. Okay, I think we slam all the hexes down, get rid of as many minions as humanly possible. Okay, they had the second Oasis ally. That's good to know. Wait a second! Is the hopper you're gonna have exactly game? We have the perfect mana to do this too. Haha! 38 damage. Let's go. Okay, Warrior. Could be a bad matchup. I hope it won't be, but if it's control, we might be a little bit screwed. Okay, I'm going to keep everything here because we have a good turn 1, turn 2 play. We can use fetch on turn 1, then remote control on turn 2. Ooh, that's a better turn 2 play. Probably Houndmaster on 2, maybe Knight on turn 2. Okay, what type of warrior deck is this going to be? West, okay, so it's control. Alright, let's draw another card. Okay. Let's get our minion. Okay, Fluttershy is alright. New height. One. Shield slam to get rid of the 2/3. I mean, my was slammed down. Guardian. Okay, Traveler.
Give me a paw.
Or enough to get rid of that minion. What we can grab here. I mean, Knight works. It's going to go face. You know, I'm actually kind of amazed that a warrior is running that card. Okay, some pressure shot. Guardian number 2. Get rid of their minion. Trade and trade again. All you can eat, drawing 3. Umbra Claw is pretty nice. Could use also Bob, but I think we just... Okay. I'm gonna trade. Go phase. We got the 2 Motherducks for later, which is great. We actually don't have that many minions left. We could, in theory, do Bob into Hemet, which would be kind of funny.
All forms of life will be crushed.
Slam. Rid of both of our minions, I guess. Bird watching. Bird watching could be fun. It's either Hemet or Mal alone. Probably actually the answer, but I'm going to go with Hemet just because I think this would be funnier in the long run. Oh, actually, you know what? We could slam down Hemet into both Mother Ducks and then get 6 random piece. Oh, I can't KRUSH! Let's go! That's all we wanted to see. We can get even more. Oh. Though I will say, technically we now have to get rid of all the minions in our hand besides KRUSH in order to buff up it enough to OTK our opponent. Which might be harder said than done. Okay. Rex into... Actually, I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, we can use King Mosh. Let's mosh our opponent. Discount another minion. Hey, the original opponent coming in clutch. Okay, Ziliax. Will Ziliax matter? I think Ziliax will matter. We can get rid of it with Mukla here. Slam down Project 9 or Project 9. But then we only have KRUSH in hand. I'm basically hoping our opponent doesn't have access to Hydration Station and I think we're okay.
Thorns of life will be crushed.
Invader number 2. As long as they don't... Perfect. Okay, so we should... Okay, Xavius into Sing-Along Buddy into KRUSH should finish them off. I know technically we could just probably finish them off here, but I want to do some memes, right? Okay, Sing-Along Buddy. Oh, Sing-Along Buddy with charge. I don't know if I do. And that's 26 damage. And let's take charge of this game. Alright, now we're through the games. Let's discuss my final thoughts of deck. So, how did this deck perform? Not that great. This deck was actually really just inspired by the fact that I really wanted to use Hemet in a deck before he rotated out of Standard. However, after the recent nerfs to RC Rampage, this deck feels a little bit worse than it did before. And honestly speaking, if you're looking for something to do with Hemet, this deck is probably your best opportunity to do so, but still really bad. Overall, unless you have all the cards in this list, I would not recommend this deck for y'all to try out. So if you do have them all, maybe try this out for a few games just to see if you can get some fun RNG wins. Now, before we end the video, a special thanks to our channel members of Daniel Nascimento and Ruben. And if you want to help out the channel a little bit more, you can always join one of the 3 channel membership tiers. But if you can't afford to do that, you can always leave a like, comment, subscribing, turn on the notification button, or using the hype button to help out the channel just as much. Until next time, bye-bye.